Okay, so we have a ginormous dependent clause here, starting at the dome. That's why it's indented. Haec insenatu aguntur. This is referring to what happened in chapters 48 and 49, which we skipped. We have another dome clause here. Notice we have the legates of the Allobroges that are dative, and this Volturcius guy, remember, he gave up the goods on the conspirators in exchange for a fide publica, so he probably got amnesty or something, maybe even payment. Those guys are dative. Ablative absolute here. Somebody needs to be able to find the ablative noun and the ablative participle, but that's an ablative absolute. Primia is the subject of de cernuntur. Now we're on to our main sentence down here. Notice we have the subject, and this line should go together with these guys. That's all the subject. We have the direct object here, and we have the main verb. In the middle, we have just a boring ablative phrase, prepositional phrase, and a prepositional phrase. And an enterprising Latin student would notice that we have ad plus an nd word. Wonder if it's a gerund or a gerundive, and what it means when you have ad plus an nd word. All right, before you run for your dictionary, I know that some people are having issues with the vocabulary here on comprobato eorum indicio. What is the root of comprobato? Because if we take the suffix and knock off the con, we have probato. Hopefully somebody can figure out what that root is to help us determine what this word means. That divorces itineribus, it can mean literally with separate journeys, but I would take itineribus figuratively, like different means, by different means or routes. So liquitabant can mean disturb, but that's where you get the English word solicit. They were trying to get something. They were trying to get people to do something. By different means, they were trying to get these guys.
Workman.
I love the root of opifices. If you look at it, it has opus, which is the root of the word work or deed,
So
and fic is the root of facio, so somebody who makes or does a deed. In other words, they can just be workers, generic workers,
They're workmen.
or even hired thugs, people who do your dirty work for you. Hired thugs and the slave population. That is the direct object. Okay, look at this word divorces. Oops, my bad. This is Sallust being a booger.
Another booger.
Because it should be divorces. But remember, he likes to put that O in there to make it seem more archaic, because writing during the, writing a long time ago isn't old enough. So it should be divorces, by means of different routes or approaches, different ways. So maybe some people were texting the bad guys, some people were sending emails, some people were sending carrier pigeons. Hey, let's go break Lentulus out. Different ways. Let's see here. It looks like we've got another main verb, probably still talking about these guys. Partem is probably an adverb, partly. Duces, multitudinem, we've got either nominative or accusative, you'll have to double check, genitive, and then we have an entire relative clause describing the duces. And again, our relative clause is split up. We've got a subject, we have a ablative or dative, we have a direct object, and then the verb. So you should be able to look at that and figure out most of this just by looking at the endings and the roots.